Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate if you purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be taking a look at the Rolex Datejust 31. This one, the reference number 278241, meaning that this one has a rosé dial with diamond hour markers, a smooth domed bezel, Ever-Rose gold, as well as a two-tone, the Ever-Rose Rolazor look here on an Oyste bracelet. All right, so I'll be going over the case, the dial, the crown functions, the bezel, and the movement and the bracelet. And I'll be giving my thoughts on these throughout this video. So starting off with this case, you have a 31mm case from finger to thumb. That's from the 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock position. Also 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock position. Same diameter, same 31mm. You have the monoblock middle case with the screw down case back and the Rolex winding crown to ensure water resistance down to 100 meters or 330 feet below sea level. Overall, you have a nice high polish, complete with my fingerprints, of course, all right, on the sides of the case as well as on the front, as evident on these lugs. Nice and high polish thanks to the Oyste seal from Rolex. That is their own version of steel and other minerals to make it a very, very high polish while still maintaining that extremely durable high-grade steel. Makes it very strong for the years to come. Sitting on the front of this case, we have what is known as the domed bezel. Not very common, but they do exist. An Ever-Rose gold bezel here, entirely out of gold and other minerals to really make it a very, very warm gold color. And it's called Ever-Rose because Rolex boasts that the coloration here, the warmth of this rose gold, actually does not fade over time. They keep it so, they make it so that the color fastness of the Ever-Rose basically stays there much longer than any other rose gold on the market, which generally tends to fade over time. This stays and keeps its color. And very much matching that color, we do have the rosé colored dial or rose colored dial, depending on how you read it. There's an accent mark over the E, so I like to think that it's rosé. It has a sunburst or sunray dial finish, or sunray finish on the dial. All right, fills in that entire area with this very nice warm golden look to it. Very much matching that Ever-Rose gold look to the rest of the watch. For all the settings here, we also have Ever-Rose gold, 18 karat Ever-Rose gold settings for these diamonds, all set regularly and precisely by hand as well. And also you have the Rolex crown logo at the 12 o'clock, also 18 karat Ever-Rose gold, same as the hands, and the date aperture at the 3 o'clock, small on the dial, gigantic under the Cyclops lens, makes it so you can read it nice and easy. Cyclops lens is part of the sapphire crystal on the front of this case to ensure the clear viewing of this watch, so that because the sapphire allows for scratch resistance and also helps keep the waterproofness to a maximum. Now taking a look here at the crown functions, simply unwind the crown at the 3 o'clock position. This first position allows you to wind the watch. So if you're at a dead stop, about 20 to 30 full winds will get you to the full power reserve. Nice and easy there. Pull the crown out to the next position. Actually, first let me move the minute hand out of the way. Pull the crown out to the next position. You can advance the date forward by rotating it counterclockwise. It's about an eighth of a turn, so a quarter turn will advance it twice. All right, and if you find yourself on the 30th of a month, say like April 30th, and tomorrow is the 1st of May, for example, in this example, just simply move it once over. The hour hand will move past midnight as well, and you'll be on the 1st of the next month. Nice and easy. Pull the crown out to the final position, and note that the seconds hand does in fact stop, so you can then place the minute hand precisely wherever it needs to go, based on the position of that seconds hand. But what do you do when there's no minute track? Well, Rolex have this nifty idea of placing an engraving of their name on the rehaut, the inner bezel there. I'm trying to see if I can focus properly on my monitoring. I can't quite see it, but I think there it is. Okay, so you can see every position of the letter X is 5 minutes, and every letter within Rolex fills in a minute marker. So you can just simply place the minute hand precisely based on the position of that seconds hand and using the rehout. All right, and once you have it nice and synced up to an atomic clock, press the crown back in to start up that seconds hand and screw it back tightly against the case to ensure the superior water resistance. All right, so what makes all of this work on the inside is the caliber manufactured Rolex, the 2236. This one with a plus or minus 2 second per day time differential after casing, giving you the superlative chronometer certification as printed on this and every Rolex dial. You have the center hour, minute, and seconds hands with the instantaneous date with the rapid setting and the stop seconds for precise time setting, all of which I had just demonstrated using the crown functions. The oscillator on the inside is a Siloxy hairspring in silicon, and also with high-performance Paraflex shock absorbers. So what does that mean? That means you can get relatively close to circuitry and magnets, anything electromagnetic, and you can take a few bumps here and there, and none of that will actually affect the timekeeping of the movement on the inside. So it'll be keeping track of time just fine. No need to worry about it. There's also a bidirectional self-winding perpetual rotor center mounted on the movement itself, which basically means that you can simply wear the watch on your wrist, and the natural movements of your wrist will spin that rotor around, therefore winding the mainspring barrel, which then winds the watch. So basically your natural wrist movements winds the watch, makes it nice and easy. That's what makes it an automatic, and therefore all of this gives you an approximate 55 hours of power reserve. So this is something that you can wear about every other day or a day and a half or so. All right, and so basically you can set this down Friday evening, very, very late Friday evening, pick it back up first thing Monday morning. You may not need to wind the watch at all. 55 hours can last you that whole time. And while I'm zoomed out here, you can actually see that I do have fingerprints on the high polish, but the high polish down the center is in Everose gold on this Oyste bracelet, satin brush finishing on the steel outer portions there. Nice high polish along the sides there. All right, and the steel or rather the Oyste bracelet, flat 3-piece links across and keeps it nice and airy with basically zero tolerance on the bracelet links themselves. You have the Oyste folding clasp with the Rolex raised logo, just the crown logo on the outside. Lift the top to open it, to unhook it. You have the full Rolex logo on the inside and with a full steel construction as well. And the added benefit of having the Oyste folding clasp is that you do have the Easy Link 5mm extension. So what is that? It basically means that you can just reach underneath, pull it straight out, and you have another half an Oyste link. Basically, if your wrist happens to swell during the day, which happens to pretty much everybody, well, not pretty much everybody, it literally happens to everybody, depending on the weather outside, how hot it is, and just your basic hydration levels. So basically, if you have your watch sized perfectly to your wrist at the smallest position, you can just reach underneath here and give yourself another half link, just in case your wrist happens to swell and starts feeling a little bit uncomfortable. When you no longer need it, just simply go in here, fold it back in on itself, press it back into the clasp, and it snaps in nice and easy. Now, while I'm here, I can actually show you how it wears on a wrist, 7 inches in circumference. All right, and so for me, this is quite a small watch because it is a Datejust 31. It's very, very small on my wrist, so I can recommend this for anyone with, size, 6 and smaller inch wrist. And certainly on my wrist, it seems more like an accessory than an actual timepiece, but the presentation here, the rose gold, the very, very warm look of this watch with the diamond hour markers makes it look very elegant indeed. The down the wrist shot here, we do have tiny bit of space under the lugs. You'll have even less if your wrist is about my size or larger. If your wrist is smaller, you'll have increasingly more space under the lugs to give you a little bit more breathing room, but that won't be much of an issue because the Oyste links here basically keep their space among themselves because of Rolex's basic zero tolerance to the bracelet. So they'll keep this form, they'll keep their distance throughout the entire lifetime of the watch. And basically that means it won't pinch your skin, it won't pull hairs out of your wrist. It feels incredibly comfortable as well. All right, and again, looking at it straight on, quite easy to read actually with the diamond hour marks here, because as long as you have light, the diamonds will actually disperse light into pretty much every angle, so you can read the time quite easily. And even though you don't have a minute track on there, you can still tell the time very easily if you're used to wearing analog watches. Not the best entry level watch, but certainly one to add to the collection. All right, and that's all about I have to say about this watch. What do you guys think? Let us know down in the comments below what you think about this Rolex Datejust 31 with the rose dial, diamond hour marks, Oyste bracelet, Everose gold with the domed bezel, with the reference numbers 278241. Let us know down in the comments below. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch or any other watch, visit our store at jazztime.com. Links in the description below where you can get it for the lowest possible price anywhere online. And if we happen to sell this one and we don't have one sitting on our desk, we'll find another one for you, no problem. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.